As Florida's last wild frontier, Everglades City and Chokoloskee Island developed from a rough-and-tumble history peopled by fishermen, fugitives from the law, hardy pioneers, Seminole Indians, alligator and bird poachers, moonshiners, drug smugglers, and a cast of other colorful characters.
We're interested in our history, and I think when you can look back and see your family in the history, that happened as far back as, the middle 1800s in this area, that's something that we're proud to know.
The twin towns remain on the edge of the civilized world, both literally and figuratively.
Everglades City has that real small town atmosphere. There's 500 full-time residents. We have about 4,500 winter guests that come in. But McDonald's is 32 miles away. Everybody here enjoys the water, enjoys the wilderness. They make their living on the water. Either they're retired or they make their living on the water, either in ecotourism, fishing guide, or as a commercial fisherman. So it's a very, very unique community in that it's one of the last real working waterfronts here in Southwest Florida. So as you come into this town, you kind of find yourself in a different world.
Since their earliest days, Everglades City and Chokoloskee attracted the angling crowd. When the fishing net ban went into effect in 1994, many of the town's commercial fishermen turned to chartering.
We do have fabulous fishing, for the snook. That's our main game fish. We got lots of redfish that's caught here, speckled trout, lots of tarpon. This is real good country for the fly fishermen, the plug caster, the bait fishermen. We do all of that. There's lots of fishing guides, that make their living here.
As the western gateway to Everglades National Park and 10,000 Islands National Wildlife Refuge, Everglades City holds the promise of rare outdoor adventure. Outside of the park, airboat tours zip passengers through the shallow river of grass. Inside, the 99-mile wilderness trail and maze of mangrove and sandy beach islands provide endless opportunity to explore nature in the raw.
Most folks come to take a boat tour or go fishing. They bring their own boats down to go fishing, or kayaking, canoeing is also a very popular activity. But a lot of people come down, take a boat tour out among the 10,000 islands, look for dolphins and ospreys and all the wading birds.
Visitors can spend the night in an RV park or at a local inn such as Ivy House or Everglades Spa and Lodge. Both of them will also arrange tours into the Everglades. A number of other local paddling outfitters organize day trips or multi-night camping excursions along the Wilderness Trail.
EvergladesAreaTours.com kind of opens the park up to the average person by using kayaks and transport boats. We're able to bring our guests deep into Everglades National Park to allow them to experience these different ecosystems. We use a mother boat, we call it, and transport up to 6 guests at a time deep into the national park, and then deploy these kayaks and use them as a tool to come up close and personal to nature. Every tour is led by an environmental professional.
Everglades City poses a pleasant throwback to Florida's deepest maritime roots. Here, harvesting the coveted stone crab keeps the town thriving and lends it much of its distinctive seaworthy character.
Everglades City is the capital of the stone crabs of the world. And there's more stone crabs brought in here into Everglades City than any other place in Florida. So they do catch a lot of stone crabs. I think stone crabs is the town. Yeah, it made the town.
Seafood lovers in the know find their way to the hidden fish houses along the Barren River for authentic Everglades cuisine, from fried alligator tail to steamed blue crab.
Stone crabs is definitely number one. Frog legs, grouper, snapper, and mullet. And that's about all I serve, is what comes out of the local waters. Everything we sell, we catch.
From their origins as an outpost where Seminole Indians came to trade, Everglades City and Chokoloskee Island later became a company town for building the Tamiami Trail across the Everglades and a secret place where outlaws historically hid out. One of the town's most famous fugitives was Edgar Watson, a suspected murderer who met his demise in Chokoloskee at the historic Smallwood store in 1910, an event memorialized in a trilogy by Peter Matthiessen. Kenny Brown, whose grandfather witnessed Watson's murder, tells the story of how the townspeople gunned him down after several of his employees came up missing.
They said he had about 64 bullet holes in him. And they wouldn't bury him here at the old cemetery. They tied a rope on him, drug him out to Rabbit Key, wouldn't even put him in the boat.
You can't talk to a man with a shotgun in his head.
Today, Everglades City and Chokoloskee have evolved into the ultimate escape for adventurers looking to soak up a sense of old Florida and kick it back a peg.
The best part of this area is really its remoteness. It is a wilderness area. The mangrove ecosystem, the 10,000 islands, is a great place to come to get lost in. It's easy to get lost in fact. But you can come out here, find a private place to go, a private place to fish. You can camp on our backcountry islands, and you can really get away from the urban areas.
There is only one Everglades City in this world, a unique, out-of-the-mainstream place where history is stirred with water for a rich blend of character and color.